We are going to go over our disclosure today. So let's get up the disclosure. I'm going to use the honors chemistry disclosure today. It's really not that different between the honors and the applied chemistry. So here we go. So, introduction, we have welcome to the world of chemistry. Chemistry is the study of matter. Like physicists, chemists study the fundamental properties of matter, and they also explore the interactions between matter and energy. So we want to look at all the things that we have for free energy and for all the things that we are going to talk about this year. So here I have embedded the science core for Utah. We're going to be doing some science and engineering practices. Cross-cutting concepts basically mean we're going to be talking about concepts that are true in biology, chemistry, physics, pretty much all of science. So we're going to be talking about patterns, cause and effect, scale, proportion, system models. And then these are the core areas that go into this. So these are all core ideas, and then we go to the actual chemistry core. There are 4 strands in the chemistry core, so that gives us pretty much a strand per quarter. So quarter 1, we are going to be talking about the structure and properties of atoms. So we're going to go over atomic models, different models, why we have the different models, what the models do well, what the models don't do well. And we're going to end up with our current model, which is the electron cloud model. And by the end of this quarter, we're going to start figuring out why the atoms are organized on the periodic table the way they are. We're going to talk about periodic properties and some of the trends that we see in the periodic table, so that if we just know where an element is on the periodic table, we have a pretty good idea of the properties that element possess, so that we can start making predictions on types of reactions and types of things that are going on. Sorry, my watch just went off. The second quarter, we're going to be talking about the structure and property of molecules. So we're going to be starting to actually make molecules. We'll learn about ionic and covalent and network molecules. We'll learn about their different properties and how we name them, how we formula write them, and start learning how to do all of that. We're going to also learn, especially for covalent models, we're going to start doing modeling of chemical structures. We're going to start talking about polarity and bond strength and all of those kind of things, and why different molecules act the way they do. It's pretty much down to their molecular shape and their molecular structure. So we're going to be looking at how structure makes the molecule and how structure makes the properties of the molecule. Then when we get to quarter 3, we're going to talk about stability and change in chemical systems. So we're going to be doing a lot of equilibrium equations. We're going to be talking about Le Chatelier's principle. We're going to be talking about how systems change over time and different things that we can do to make a system change in the way we want it to. We're going to be talking about concentrations. We're going to be talking about acids and bases and how those chemical reactions work together. Then in strand 4, which will be fourth quarter, we're going to be talking about energy in chemical systems. So we're going to be talking about thermochemistry, how we measure energy, the different types of energy of different types of reactions, especially nuclear versus conventional chemical reactions. We're going to also be talking about batteries and how they work, a little bit of electrochemistry, a little bit of oxidation reduction, and all of those kind of things, and the energy that we have coming off of those reactions. Okay, a few tips on how to be successful in this class. Tip number 1 is don't procrastinate. Okay, in this class, it's very easy to think, oh, it's not due for a couple of days because we have the A-B schedule. Do your work when it's still fresh in your brain, because the next day you're going to come to your notes and you're going to be like, I don't remember how to do this. Do your work when it's still fresh in your brain, okay? Mastering chemistry concepts also require you to build concept upon concept. So it's really easy, kind of like in a math class. What we do on Monday helps us figure out how to do our next thing on Wednesday, how to do our next thing on Friday. So if you get behind, it's really easy for it to pile up because we're building concept by concept, just kind of like a math class here. Okay, so don't let this snowball on you. Number 2, read the text. We aren't really going to have a text this year. I have created the workbooks, and I have created a lot of links in the Canvas page for my favorite YouTube chemistry channels and some helpful websites. Those are going to be helpful for you. So if you're not figuring something else, use those as your text to figure things out. Number 3, psyching yourself out. I think I can. I think I can. You need to have an attitude like the little engine that could. Have a positive attitude. Work with it. Believe that you can. Okay, come prepared for class. Come with your materials. Be ready to learn. Be ready to be successful. Number 4, do your own work. That is so important. I'm not saying don't get help. Get help. Come to me for help. Come to your friends or whatever, somebody that you know is successful. But only use it to explain it so that you can learn the concept. Once you've learned the concept or have figured it out, do your own work. You need to be able to do everything on your own so that when it comes to quiz and exam time, you know how to do it so that you can demonstrate to me your mastery and proficiency of the subject. Number 5 is show up. Now, I don't know how this is really going to go this year since we have kids online, kids doing hybrid, all that kind of stuff. So showing up, basically what I really want this year is make sure that you're checking in on your Canvas, doing your Canvas in a timely manner, and staying current with things. Keep on working consistently in this class. Number 6, practice problems. I will be giving you a lot of practice problems, and we are going to use these practice problems to understand how things work. Some is outright memorization, but most of chemistry is learning a step to logically attack a problem. I'm going to be showing you logic. I'm going to be showing you a way to organize things. Practice it. It takes time, just like math. It takes practice. Number 7, get help. I'm available both after school, before school, and during flex. Okay, use me as a resource. Use all the links that I put on Canvas to be a resource. I'm happy to help. That's why you're paying me, right? I'm here to help you. So I want to give you as much help as I possibly can so that you can be successful. And I want to give you a good start. Okay. Last but not least, have fun. You'll find that I try and make classes somewhat interesting. I try and do demos. I try and do some things that we talk about and piece together. I was a teenager at one point. I didn't like to sit there and be lectured to the whole time either. Okay, we will have days that we maybe spend in the lab. We'll probably be doing computer simulations this year. Okay, I do like to joke. I'm super sarcastic, so I apologize if I offend anyone right now, but you'll hear some sarcasm from me just to kind of lighten the mood every once in a while. Okay, tardy policy. I expect you to be in your seats if you're going to be in person this year. Be in your seats when the bell rings, okay? Absences, once again, this year is kind of a thing with the COVID. Just make sure that you're working on time with the material, okay? Quizzes, I'm going to give you 2 attempts on a quiz. I'm going to probably give you 3 attempts on a homework assignment to get things done. Unit exams, I do not allow retakes. I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to give unit exams and keep them secure. So I'm still trying to think about exams this year, especially as we move online. Okay, so this is the grade breakdown here. In terms of behavior, there are behavior issues that will impact your citizenship grade and also your grade. The one that will affect your grade is if you are caught cheating. I will give you a 0, no ifs, ands, or buts for the quiz, the assignment, exam, whatever. I do not tolerate cheating in my class, okay? There are other unacceptable behaviors that will affect your citizenship grade. These include, but are not limited to the following, and here's my dog: swearing, cell phone use, fighting, ignoring or not following lab safety rules, listening to electronic devices, sexual harassment, etc., etc. Okay? This right now is the way I think I'm going to divide up the grades. So homework is going to be about 30%, labs 10%, quizzes 25%, and exams 35%. We're trying to figure out how to securely do exams over Canvas. If we can't figure out how to securely do exams over Canvas, this will have to shift a bit. Okay? Miscellaneous, you will want a calculator for this class. You will also want your workbook. Your workbook is worth about $15. If you lose a workbook, I have embedded the PDF for the workbooks on your Canvas page. If you want another hard copy, it's going to cost you $15. Okay? TI 30XIIs are a good, cheap option for a calculator if you don't want to get a graphing calculator. They are about, I think last time I looked at Target and Walmart, they were about $10 to $12, depending on whether they were on sale or not. This is my email. It's the best way for you and your parents to contact me. I have a parent signature and student signature and date. I have sent this home to your parents on Parent Square. They are supposed to go over it with you and sign and date that. And that is how I'm going to be doing this assignment. Anyway, if you have any questions, please email me. We'll talk to you later. Bye.